On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Temporary.
Not lasting or be used for a very long.
Examples:
A temporary permit. Temporary housing. He managed to get temporary jobs during the recession.
Megacity.
A huge city, especially with a population of more than 10 million people.
Examples:
Megacity pollution. Megacity project. The fishing village grew rapidly into a bustling megacity.
Ephemeral.
Lasting or used for only a short time.
Examples:
Ephemeral joys. Ephemeral materials. His success as a famous actor was ephemeral.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Festival.
A celebration or event, usually marking a particular religious or cultural occasion, often involving processions, music, dancing, and the performance of plays or other artistic works.
Examples:
Festival attendee. International Film Festival. The music festival attracts visitors from all over the world.
Edition.
A particular form or version in which a text, especially a printed book, magazine, or newspaper, is published.
Examples:
A paper edition. Edition deluxe. They issued a limited edition of the artist's recordings.
Confluence.
The point at which 2 or more streams or rivers come together, a gathering of people or things at a particular location or moment.
Examples:
Arterial confluence. Confluence of ideas. A confluence of 2 smaller streams formed the river.
Congregate.
To come together or gather in a group or assembly, to collect or accumulate in a particular place or area.
Examples:
Congregate at the park. Congregate in a mosque. The protesters plan to congregate in front of the city hall to raise awareness for their cause.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Rebirth.
The process of being reborn or starting anew, especially after a period of decline or stagnation.
Examples:
Undergo a rebirth. Rebirth of democracy. The phoenix is a symbol of rebirth, rising from the ashes to be reborn anew.
Compelling.
Arousing strong and irresistible interest, attention, or admiration.
Examples:
Tell a compelling story. New and compelling evidence. His compelling presentation deeply moved everyone.
Liberate.
To set free, to release or rescue from captivity or oppression.
Examples:
Liberate people from oppression. Liberate potential. The prisoners were liberated after the war ended.
Attract.
To draw or entice someone or something towards them through the qualities they have, especially positive ones.
Examples:
Attract attention. Attract customers. The government is eager to attract international investment.
Spot.
A particular location or place, a small round or roundish area, differing in color or feels from the surface around it.
Examples:
Beauty spot. A spot on his honor. This remote spot is rarely visited.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Monsoon.
A seasonal wind system that brings heavy rainfall to a region, typically occurring in tropical areas.
Examples:
Monsoon season. Monsoon current. The monsoon rains often bring relief to areas suffering from drought.
Recede.
To pull back or move away or backward.
Examples:
Recede from view. Recede in the darkness. The king's political power receded even further.
Sand.
Finely granulated particles of rock or mineral material, typically found along beaches, deserts, or riverbeds, used in construction, landscaping, and other applications requiring drainage or abrasive action.
Examples:
Sand dunes. Sand castle. The sand on the beach was warm and golden.
Expose.
To show something by uncovering it, to make something accessible to some action or influence.
Examples:
Expose a crime. Expose a person to risks. That newspaper exposed a political scandal in a big way.
Terrain.
The physical features of a piece of land, including hills, valleys, rivers, and forests.
Examples:
Terrain map. Permafrost terrain. The mountainous terrain was rough and rocky.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Characteristic.
A typical feature or quality that can identify, tell apart, or describe something or somebody.
Examples:
Stripes characteristic of the zebra. My friend's characteristic laugh. Bananas have their characteristic taste and odor.
Grid.
A pattern of regularly spaced horizontal and vertical lines, a system of high-tension cables by which electrical power is distributed throughout a region.
Examples:
A grid design. A wire grid. Grid pattern roads often appear in urban areas.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
Employ job seekers. Employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
Urban planning. Urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Pontoon.
A flat-bottomed boat or floating structure used as a platform or support, a device attached to the bottom of an aircraft to provide stability during takeoff and landing.
Examples:
Pontoon boat. Floating pontoon. The pontoon bridge was built to allow traffic to cross the river during the construction of the new bridge.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Seasonal.
Occurring or varying according to the season or time of year, related to or affected by the changing seasons.
Examples:
Seasonal allergies. Seasonal fruits. The pumpkin patch only operates during the seasonal fall months.
Downpour.
A heavy rain that often starts suddenly.
Examples:
Torrential downpour. Downpour of criticism. The concentrated downpour was so heavy that it was difficult to see more than a few feet in front of you.
Intact.
Undamaged and complete.
Examples:
Intact brain. Intact forest land. Despite the scandals, his reputation remained intact.
Adjust.
To make a minor modification to something to make it more suited for a new set of conditions, or to make it function better.
Examples:
Adjust a schedule. Adjust the rearview mirror. You have to adjust your contents to the age of the audience.
Volatile.
Likely to change rapidly or unexpectedly, or being unstable or explosive.
Examples:
Highly volatile elements. Volatile markets. Their relationship was volatile and prone to sudden outbursts of anger.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair two pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
Sew with thread. Sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Sweep.
To clean something, especially a floor or an area, by using a broom, move swiftly and smoothly.
Examples:
Sweep up dead leaves. Sweep a room with a glance. The politician tried to sweep the embarrassing incident under the rug.
Governance.
The act or process of governing or managing a political, social, or economic entity, the systems or principles that guide such processes.
Examples:
Good governance. Corporate governance. The United Nations assists countries in building strong governance frameworks and institutions.
Commissioner.
An official member of a government department or another organization who is responsible for controlling something or performing specific duties.
Examples:
Elect police commissioners. Commissioner of Patent Office. He became an audit commissioner because of his years of experience as an accountant.
Allocate.
To give or distribute something, such as resources or duties, to someone or something for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Allocate resource. Allocate budgets. The company allocated a portion of its profits to developing new products.
Mobility.
The ability to move or be moved freely or easily from one place, job, or social class to another.
Examples:
Lack in mobility. Improve social mobility. I have limited mobility in my arms.
Efficiently.
In a way that produces maximum output with minimum effort or expense.
Examples:
Efficiently combined. Develop software more efficiently. We can resolve support requests quickly and efficiently by utilization of AI.
Efficient.
Performing at the highest level of productivity with the least wasted effort or resources, capable of achieving maximum output with minimum wasted effort, time, or materials.
Examples:
Efficient operation. Energy efficient appliances. The new washing machine is much more efficient than the old one.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the two designs for a comparison.
Pop-up.
An item, event, or shop that appears or happens suddenly, unexpectedly, and usually for a limited time. Verb, to appear or open suddenly and unexpectedly, as a window or menu on a computer screen.
Examples:
Pop-up ad. Pop-up notification. The pop-up store was a great way to test the market for the new product.
Enterprise.
A business or company, a purposeful or industrious undertaking, especially one that requires effort.
Examples:
Undertake an enterprise. His business enterprise. A growing enterprise requires a bold leader.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Neoliberal.
Relating to a modern political and economic philosophy that emphasizes the promotion of free markets, limited government intervention, privatization, and deregulation.
Examples:
Neoliberal economic model. Neoliberal ideology. The government's neoliberal policies prioritize free market capitalism over social welfare programs.
Capitalism.
An economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit.
Examples:
Advance capitalism. Under the umbrella of capitalism. Capitalism also guarantees intellectual property rights and thus promotes innovation.
Devolve.
To transfer or delegate responsibility, power, or authority to someone else, often as a result of a process or procedure. To degrade, deteriorate, or regress to a less advanced or more primitive state or form.
Examples:
Devolve into chaos. Devolve his rights. As time has passed, the responsibility has devolved to the younger generation.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Deliberate.
Done with full consciousness of nature and effects rather than by accident.
Examples:
The deliberate act of provocation. Deliberate attempt. Despite its advanced science and technology, the empire was deliberate about invasion.
Intentional.
Done, made, or performed with purpose and intent.
Examples:
Intentional destruction of evidence. An intentional walk. The law distinguishes between accidental and intentional killing.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material, produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples:
a hand-loomed fabric, fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Settlement.
An official agreement that brings an argument to a close, the process of establishing permanent residence in a place.
Examples:
the settlement of a dispute, settlement in a new house. Our goal must be to achieve a peaceful settlement.
Bamboo.
A fast-growing plant that has long, hollow stems and is widely used as a building material, food source, and decorative element, especially in Asian cultures.
Examples:
bamboo crafts, bamboo flooring. The stalks of bamboo can grow up to a foot per day in optimal conditions.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Nail.
A thin, pointed piece of metal with a flat head used for fastening things together, the thin hard layer covering and protecting the outer tip of the fingers or toes.
Examples:
rusty nail, nail clipper. He used a hammer and round nail to fix the loose board on the fence.
Screw.
To turn something, such as a bolt, with a driver or wrench to tighten or loosen it. Noun, a cylindrical rod with a helical ridge used to fasten things together.
Examples:
screw the cap, a female screw. He had to screw the loose knob back onto the cabinet door.
Corrugated.
Having ridges, grooves, or folds that run parallel to one another, often used to describe materials like cardboard or metal.
Examples:
corrugated panel, corrugated metal roofing. The corrugated cardboard was sturdy enough to support the weight of the heavy items being shipped.
Aggregate.
A collection or sum of different things often used to describe a total or combination of items.
Examples:
data aggregate, an aggregate of people. The aggregate amount of money raised for the charity was over $1 million.
Kit.
A set of tools, supplies, or equipment for a particular purpose.
Examples:
survival kit, a first aid kit. I bought a new tool kit for my home repair projects.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
Temple complex. A tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Imaginary.
Existing only in someone's mind.
Examples:
Imaginary number. Imaginary pregnancy. Little children tend to have imaginary friends.
Disassemble.
To take apart, dismantle, or separate a device, machine, or other objects into its parts or components.
Examples:
Disassemble a machine. Disassemble furniture. The mechanic had to disassemble the engine to locate and fix the problem.
Swell.
To become larger or more inflated, to become more intense or important.
Examples:
Swell at room temperature. Swell a population. His arm was swelling from the insect bite.
Reabsorption.
The organic process in which the substance of some differentiated structure that has been produced by the body undergoes lysis and assimilation.
Examples:
Reabsorption of water. Glucose reabsorption. The tubules are responsible for the reabsorption of sodium once filtered by the kidneys.
Pole.
One of two antipodal points where the Earth's axis of rotation intersects the Earth's surface, a long, slender, rounded rod, typically of wood or metal, used as a support or to hang something.
Examples:
A fishing pole. The plus pole. The North Pole is the northernmost point on Earth.
Hinterland.
The remote or less developed areas beyond the main urban areas or centers of activity, a region lying inland from a port or coastal settlement.
Examples:
Hinterland tourism. Remote hinterland. The vast hinterland region was filled with untamed wilderness and natural wonders.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Stunning.
Causing a strong emotional reaction of admiration, surprise, or shock due to its beauty, rarity, or excellence.
Examples:
Stunning beauty. Stunning disclosure. The stunning sunset took everyone's breath away.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
A profound book. The profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Reversible.
Capable of being turned or done in the opposite direction or way, capable of being reversed or undone.
Examples:
Reversible decision. Reversible fabrics. The jacket is reversible so that you can wear it with the fur lining on the outside or the inside.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Permanence.
The quality of being permanent, lasting, or enduring, the state or condition of being permanent.
Examples:
Permanence factor. Long-term permanence. The permanence of a tattoo is something to consider before getting one.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
Resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Impulse.
A sudden, strong, and unreflective wish or need to do something. The electrical discharge that travels along a nerve fiber.
Examples:
A combative impulse. Profound religious impulses. Nerve impulses cross a synapse through the action of neurotransmitters.
Spite.
Feelings of anger and resentment, in spite of, also despite, a phrase that is used to indicate that something happened or exists even though there is a particular obstacle or difficulty.
Examples:
Bear spite against him. Die in spite of intensive care. He did it out of spite to annoy me.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Expiry.
The end of the validity or duration of something, such as an insurance policy, contract, or license.
Examples:
Expiry notice. Product expiry. Make sure to check the expiry date on the milk before using it.
Spaceship.
Especially in science fiction, a spacecraft designed to carry a crew into interstellar space.
Examples:
A spaceship to survey the moon. Alien spaceship. They launched a crewless spaceship into space.
Burning.
Intense or scorching heat.
Examples:
Burning desire. Burning passion. The fire spread rapidly, engulfing everything in its path in a burning inferno.
Transaction.
An instance of buying or selling something, the act or process of doing something.
Examples:
Card with no foreign transaction fees. Transaction balance. Electronic transactions remain incomplete due to system errors.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Vendor.
A person or company that sells goods or services.
Examples:
Street vendor. Food vendor. The vendor at the market sold the freshest produce I have ever tasted.
Temporal.
Of or relating to time as opposed to eternity.
Examples:
A temporal restriction. Temporal history. The temporal nature of the universe is a subject of much debate among scientists.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Chemistry.
The branch of the natural sciences dealing with the composition of substances and their properties and reactions.
Examples:
Professor of chemistry. The chemistry of soil. He is familiar with chemistry and biology.
Extend.
To broaden in scope, range, or area.
Examples:
Extend the warranty. Extend a line. Her visit will extend from Monday to Friday.
Margin.
The space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
margin error, a profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Unused.
Not being used or never having been used.
Examples:
a bullet left unused. An unused place. The old entrance area is now unused.
Optimal.
The best, most likely to be successful or advantageous.
Examples:
achieve optimal health. Optimal for intellectual growth. Wild animals need to go forward with the optimal action to survive.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
landscape architect. Architect of the peace accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
a peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Kinetic.
Of or relating to motion or the forces that cause motion.
Examples:
kinetic friction. Kinetic motion. The kinetic energy of the falling object increased as it fell.
Twitch.
To make a sudden and quick movement with a part of the body. Noun, a sudden, small, jerky movement of a muscle or part of the body.
Examples:
twitch at his sleeve. Twitch of an eye. She couldn't stop her leg from twitching nervously.
Static.
Not moving or not capable of moving, not changing or not capable of changing.
Examples:
static electricity. Static website. The static image on the screen took a lot of work to make out.
Predictable.
Capable of being known, seen or declared in advance.
Examples:
predictable pattern. In a predictable manner. The economy becomes more volatile and less predictable.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples:
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Slum.
A heavily populated urban area characterized by poor, rundown housing and infrastructure, often associated with poverty and social neglect.
Examples:
Slum area. Slum dwellers. The government needs to invest more in affordable housing options to reduce the number of people living in slums.
Favela.
A Brazilian shanty town or slum, typically located on the outskirts of a major city, characterized by poverty, overcrowding, and lack of basic services such as sanitation and security.
Examples:
Favela neighborhood. People in the favelas. Many favela residents struggle to access basic amenities like running water and electricity.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Adjustment.
A small change or movement made to something to improve it and achieve the desired result.
Examples:
Adjustment by hand. A fine adjustment. He assumed the role of the arbitral adjustment of the controversy.
Transformation.
A complete change in form, nature, or appearance of someone or something.
Examples:
The transformation of a tadpole into a frog. Cast a transformation spell. Understanding unitary transformations of a normal matrix require considerable mathematical sophistication.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Papier-mâché.
A craft or artistic technique involving the use of paper strips or pulp, typically mixed with glue or paste, to create sculptures, masks, and other objects.
Examples:
Papier-mâché sculpture. Papier-mâché ball. The kids had fun making papier-mâché masks for their school play.
Plaster.
A substance made of lime that becomes hard as it dries and is used for the protective or decorative coating of walls and ceilings, and for molding and casting decorative elements.
Examples:
Daub the ceiling with plaster. Cracks in the plaster. Patience is the plaster of all sores.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples:
Overnight parking. Overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Anonymity.
The condition of being anonymous or unidentified, the state of not revealing one's name, identity, or other personal information.
Examples:
Comment with anonymity. Protect anonymity. The use of pseudonyms allows individuals to maintain their anonymity online.
Maid.
A girl or young woman employed to do domestic work.
Examples:
Maid service. A waiting maid. The live-in maid came in to clean the room every day.
Nuanced.
Characterized by subtle differences in appearance, meaning, sound, etc.
Examples:
Nuanced view. The common but nuanced opinion. The sommelier can distinguish nuanced variants in the flavor of the wine.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Cricket.
Leaping insect, a game played with a ball and bat by two teams of 11 players.
Examples:
Cricket match. A pine cricket. The sound of the crickets chirping filled the air on a warm summer evening.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Wrap.
To cover or enclose something entirely with paper, cloth, or other material.
Examples:
Wrap a fish in foil. Wrap up a meeting. Wrap the bandage tightly around the injured arm.
Pitch.
The property of sound that varies with variation in the frequency of vibration, the degree of a slope, especially of a roof, short presentation for selling or sharing something.
Examples:
Make a pitch for a new product. A low-pitched sound. Her voice gradually increased in pitch.
Sacred.
Connected with religion or religious purposes, worthy of respect or dedication because of a connection with a god.
Examples:
Sacred music. The halo of a sacred image. This space is a private office sacred to the president.
Partake.
To participate or share in something, to consume or enjoy food or drink.
Examples:
Partake in a celebration. Partake in an activity. Let's all partake in the potluck and share our favorite dishes.
Midnight.
The middle point of the night, usually defined as 12 a.m. or the start of a new day.
Examples:
Midnight snack. Midnight shift. I stayed up until midnight watching my favorite movie.
Elastic.
Flexible, resilient, or adaptable. Noun, a stretchy material or band that can be stretched and then returned to its original shape, something that is flexible and adaptable.
Examples:
Elastic body. Elastic waistband. The skin of a snake is remarkably elastic, allowing it to slither through tight spaces.
Paradigm.
A standard or typical example of something, a pattern or model.
Examples:
Major paradigm shift. Cultural paradigm. He postulated a completely different paradigm to explain all these phenomena.
Relevance.
The state or degree of being closely connected or appropriate to the matter at hand.
Examples:
Have no relevance. Relevance category. The relevance of this information to the current situation needs to be investigated.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Suburb.
An outlying district or residential area of a city or town, typically comprising middle-class and affluent neighborhoods.
Examples:
Suburb development. Suburb life. He grew up in the suburbs, but always dreamed of living in the city.
Retail.
The sale of goods or services to consumers, especially in small quantities, either directly to the end customer or through retail outlets.
Examples:
Retail store. A retail dealer. The retail industry has been affected by the rise of online shopping.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Stadium.
A large, usually roofless building with tiers of seats for spectators at sports or other events.
Examples:
Stadium seating. Stadium capacity. The baseball stadium was filled with excited fans eagerly awaiting the start of the game.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Absorb.
To take in a fluid or other substance gradually.
Examples:
Absorb energy. Absorb a shock. The sponge absorbs water well.
Nomadic.
Moving from one location to another rather than staying in one place all of the time.
Examples:
Nomadic life. Nomadic herdsman. This desert is the territory of nomadic tribes.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Deflation.
A decrease in the general price level of goods and services, the act of letting the air out of something.
Examples:
Anti-deflation policies. Deflation of the lung. The economy is experiencing severe deflation.
Inefficient.
Lacking the ability or skill and not making the best use of time, money, energy, etc.
Examples:
Inefficient use. Inefficient management. The system is still so inefficient that it is useless.
Circus.
A traveling show or entertainment that often features acrobats, clowns, animals, and other performers, a chaotic, confusing, or tumultuous situation or environment.
Examples:
Circus performer. Circus tent. The kids were excited to go to the circus and see the clowns and animals perform.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Dialogue.
A conversation in a book, play, or film.
Examples:
Platonic dialogues. The form of a dialogue. He recorded the dialogue at the time of the incident.
Amazement.
A state of great surprise or wonder caused by something extraordinary or unexpected.
Examples:
Express amazement. Feeling of amazement. The magician's disappearing act left the audience in amazement.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
Ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Ethnicity.
The cultural characteristics of a particular group, such as language, religion, and traditions, that distinguish them from other groups.
Examples:
Ethnic diversity. Based on their ethnicity. The city is home to people of many different ethnicities.
Flux.
The state of constantly changing or flowing, the rate of flow of energy or particles across a particular place.
Examples:
Flux density. Flux of particles. The town's population was in flux, with many people moving in and out.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Accommodating.
Helpful and willing to assist or make room for someone or something.
Examples:
Accommodating to a fault. Take an accommodating view. The hotel staff was very accommodating and helped us with our requests.
Continuously.
Without being interrupted or paused, repeatedly.
Examples:
use one thing continuously. Continuously removed. The country's domestic coal consumption has been continuously declining for decades.
Unsuccessful.
Failing to accomplish an intended result or having an unfavorable outcome, not successful.
Examples:
an unsuccessful writer. Unsuccessful effort. The government's attempts to infiltrate the terrorist group were largely unsuccessful.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Plea.
An appeal or request, especially for help or understanding, a legal excuse or defense, an earnest entreaty or supplication.
Examples:
plea bargaining. Emotional plea. The defendant entered a plea of not guilty during his trial.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency. To obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples:
reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Priestess.
A female priest, especially one who is associated with a non-Christian religion or ancient belief system.
Examples:
priestess of the moon. Ancient priestess tradition. The priestess of the temple led the ceremony with grace and wisdom.
Facilitate.
To make something easier or more likely to happen.
Examples:
facilitate a smooth transition. Facilitate the process. The company implemented a new software system to facilitate employee communication and collaboration.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Enthusiasm.
A strong feeling of excitement and interest in a particular subject or cause and an eagerness to become involved in it.
Examples:
Unflagging enthusiasm. Lose enthusiasm. We are tackling the development for updates with enthusiasm.
Efficiency.
The state or quality of doing something well with no waste of input such as time or money.
Examples:
Better fuel efficiency. An energy efficiency. Our company must continue to strive for greater efficiency.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Amuse.
To entertain or divert the mind, to make someone laugh.
Examples:
Amuse a baby with a rattle. Amuse guests. He amused himself by playing video games during his free time.
Lean.
Having a noticeably small amount of body fat. Verb, to bend or move from a straight to a sloping posture.
Examples:
A lean horse. Lean athletic figure. Lean operational improvements often lead to better environmental performance.
Bless.
To make or pronounce holy, to hallow, to consecrate, to sanctify.
Examples:
Bless him in my heart. Bless you. The priest blessed the couple as they knelt before him.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Minimal.
Tiny in amount, the least possible.
Examples:
Minimal effort. Minimal amount. The process was carried out at minimal cost.
Impermanent.
Not lasting or enduring, temporary, transitory, or fleeting.
Examples:
Impermanent tattoo. Impermanent hair color. The impermanent nature of life should remind us to cherish every moment.